I've got dirt on my Reeboks from staying up all night. Spent my last £10 on this pack of Marlboro Lights. I phoned up Stevie, I said, G, you alright? He said, it's 6 in the morning, brother, get some shut-eye. I feel a sense of well-being this time in the morning. Wear my heart out of my hoodie while the city is snoring. Drunks falling off the sidewalks get issued a warning. Distant sirens, they crescendo like a symphony calling. This is the Britain I know, this is the Britain I love. There's poetry inside this city if you listen enough. Working class casualties out on the street sleep rough, while a mother with her baby takes her pram to the pub. And while she's knocking them down, the cost of living goes up. I can't relate to politicians with their head in the mud. I resonate with messy Fridays with the boy smoking bud. We do our bit to numb the struggle, as below so above, and as above so below. Here in the city we glow. I blow a smoke ring up to heaven and it makes a halo. And then the clock strikes 7, guess it's time to head home. My companion is the city, so I'm never alone. I'm stepping in and out of gaps of the pavement cracks, and if I go to sleep...
Oh, yo, we are fucking ranting tonight, people. It's going to be ranty. I'll see you in a minute.
Position for those out on the lash, bear with me. It's beautiful, I think it's irrefutable. There's beauty in the contradicting Britain, indisputable. Junkie in the cubicle, that old spoon is usable. His mother's in the black suit, crying at a funeral. 9 to 5 crucible, this route is not commutable. A kid falls off the tracks and then he serves a scratch at juvenile. Libby's at the Dolies, but her disposition's humorful, while Davy's at the bookies and his mates call him delusional. Britain, drink it down and moan about the weather when the sun start shining, feel the factor 10 tremor. Boys will be in it together until the fists start flying like they're Conor McGregor, and then he's out. I think he took it too far, I think the boy saw red, I think he hit him too hard. Now he's face down on the pavement with the face full of tar. Mad how small altercations can define who we are. That's my cue, I guess it's time to head home. It's bittersweet how my high found its way to below. And I've said it once before, as above so below. Living on the streets of Britain, you just go with the flow. But I'm done, I'm out for the night. As the sun paints the pavements, I'll turn
just
out the
out.
light. White noise on the radio to quiet my mind. Always was an overthinker, just the way I'm designed. Britain, drink it down and moan.
Britain indeed. Britain indeed, ladies and gentlemen. It's a madness. And there's too much going on now to ignore. Okay? And I don't know what the fuck is going on. Like, I genuinely don't know what the fuck is going on. The freedom of speech scenario. Over 12,000 people in prison for fucking social media posts. We've got multiple Sharia courts. We've got 2-tiered policing. We've got grooming gangs. The fuck? Can we stop fucking around with what is going on? Okay, this is a fucking invasion, okay? And you can sit there and fucking laugh, or you can sit there and say, oh, he's a fucking mad racist. He's a fucking far-right individual. I don't give a fuck, mate. I'm just not here for motherfuckers coming into this country, raping women and children, organizing themselves, and thinking that they're going to fucking eradicate our lifestyle. What the actual fuck? Like, it started off taking away shit from fucking kids at school, right? No more fucking Easter for you. What the fuck? What the fuck did Easter do? What did Easter do? You're not allowed to fucking take pork into some schools now because it'll offend a motherfucker. I would be sending my kids into school dressed in fucking pork. Okay? Dressed. Full on Lady Gaga fucking inspired shit going the fuck on. Okay? Fucking hell. So, what we need to start understanding, right? And I'm going to educate myself on this. I need to understand how modern Muslims who have lived here for decades, integrated, and are normal people in society, separate and differ from the ideologies of the same religious text that is used by both Islam and Muslims. You can argue that it's the same thing. I prefer to separate them so we know when we're referring to extremism and modern day people. Motherfucking winter trees. It's fucking Christmas, motherfuckers. So anyway, so I thought to myself, why don't we start off today learning a little bit about the text that is used in what I refer to as Muslims. I have friends who are Muslim, and what I see as an extreme radical group of terroristic, mad individuals. Excuse me. Okay? Because there has to be a difference, right? Because the Bible was rewritten a bunch of times, right? Like they took some crazy shit out the Bible. I mean, I say crazy shit, but it was like eating fish on a certain day and stuff, right? But they took some stuff out the Bible, right? So does that mean that there's stuff that's been taken out or people ignore or I need to know. I need to educate myself, right? So I thought we could have a little look at some of the controversial statements within that certain religious text. It's something that I have not actually done. I've only seen people doing it on YouTube, right? So I want to just go through this. Then we're going to watch a video of a former, of a guy that was raised in Iran, right, under Islam, his interpretation of what Islam really is. And then we're going to have a look. We're going to then come back to this and relook at this based off of looking at Islam in a different way based off of this guy's testimony. Okay. So number 10, beat them. This verse advises men to beat their wife if they don't obey them. Men are hang on a second. I need to go like primary school reading size for this. Okay, there we go. Right. So there we go. Men are the maintainers of women because Allah has made some of them to excel others, and because they spend out of their property. The good women are therefore obedient, guarding the unseen as Allah has guarded. As to those whose part you fear, desertion, admonish them and leave them alone in the sleeping places, and beat them if they obey you. Beat them. Then if they obey you, do not seek a way against them. Surely Allah is high. What the fuck is like? So basically, if your wife fucks about, give her a fucking slap. If she doesn't fuck about and she is fucking about and you've not caught her, I'll deal with it. Okay, all right. Cut off their hands. This verse orders an irreversible punishment for thieves, taking away their chance to rehabilitate, improve as human beings, and become productive members of society later on. As an example, Terence Barkley was arrested on his 16th birthday for stealing cars, but that resulted in him getting out of gangs and into college to study criminal justice in the University of Central Missouri. If Terrence's hands and feet had been cut off according to Islamic laws, none of that would have been possible. That is a random quote right there. So again, cutting off hands, beating up your wife. Brilliant. Okay. Hands and feet to be good. I'm not going to read through all of these. I'll put them up on the screen. You can pause them and read through them yourself. I'm just going to believe that these are all from where they are. You can click to reference. In fact, you know what I'll do? I'll link you this as well so you can go through this yourselves. There you are, you little rascals. A man may marry 4 wives. This verse allows a man to marry 4 wives. Polygamy is highly controversial and not socially accepted in most parts of the... yeah, exactly, right? So, again, mad. A man can marry a girl who hasn't reached puberty. What? Beat your wife, marry a kid, cut the hands and feet off of people that steal from you, have 4 wives. A man can have sex with prisoners of war. This is in this book, man. Read a detailed analysis of the verse in our article. Okay, maybe we will. Oh, wow. All right. We're going to learn some stuff tonight, ladies and gentlemen. The music, though. So you can pillage and still... I mean, this is some, like... ancient, barbaric way of life, yo. Turned into ape. People who broke the Sabbath were turned into apes. I mean, you take that with a grain of salt, I would imagine. A man may marry the wife of his Whoa! Right, wait. This is some, like, stepson stuff, right? That's what this is. This is some, like... You know what I'm saying? So you can... Wait. So... If you meet someone and they have a son and you marry them and you've got a stepson and he has a wife, you can just steal his wife. They were smoking some good stuff the day they came up with that one. That is, like, we could have gone our entire lives never even imagining that concept. A woman's witness testimony is half of that of a man's. That is brilliant. I mean, could you just imagine just our whole society going back this many hundreds of years? A woman inherits half of what a woman inherits half of what a man inherits. Fight non-Muslims. This widely known verse orders Muslims to fight non-Muslims simply because they do not believe in the same God that Muslims do. And this is what we are going to watch our country slowly. And when I say slowly, there's a fucking long game at play here. Centuries old long game. And in countries that have got democracy and have rights, we are having those very freedoms weaponized against us as these individuals come through. So we've had a very quick look over some of the top 10 most problematic verses in that particular book. And the reason that I wanted to point that out is because I want to know if there's a difference between, like, is that all in the same textbook that modern, integrated, normal Muslims follow? Or is there one that's slightly edited that sort of, like the Bible? Because the Bible's been written a bunch of times, so I want to find that out. Let's have a read here. Married Aisha when she was 6 and, oh wow. I mean, how in the world can like how like this is like, you know how, like, for example, right, if you started off I'm a militia, right, and you had like a handbook, like the ISIS handbook. Hi, welcome to ISIS, here's your handbook. I'm pretty sure they'd ban that because of the stuff that's in it, right? Because ideologies like this are exactly what this country stands against. Okay? Beating up your fucking wife. Raping kids. These are pretty big no-nos. You know, women's rights in this country, the suffragettes, the movements that women fought for years. Do you know how fucked up it is that when you find out, you know how, like, women's jeans don't have pockets, but men's jeans do? Do you know that women never had pockets because they weren't allowed to own any shit, baby? Right? They weren't allowed to own any shit. Why the fuck does she need pockets if she can't own any shit? Do you know how mad it is that those types of items, fashion items, still existed in my lifetime when the reasons for them are so fucked? And don't get me wrong, like, girls' pockets are so dumb. Like, why put a pocket in that's this deep? Why? Like, what is that? Okay, listen, it's not about the roots of these religions stemming from the same beliefs. That is where I couldn't give a fuck. Okay, once this country's secure and safe, we can fucking split some motherfucking hairs. Couldn't give a shit. There's a problem in this country and it needs dealt with. And the government seems to be doing fuck all. Now, we're going to play a little bit of video from St. Av's video because I couldn't find this guy's post. But just take a listen to this video.
I want to show you this clip of an ex-Muslim who became a Christian explaining Islam and explaining why these people behave in the way that they do when they come to Europe.
With all due respect, I said it before and I'm gonna say it again, Islam is not compatible with the Western civilization. Quran is not just a religious textbook, it's a social-political framework.
There you go.
56 Muslim countries. If you want to live under Sharia law, move to one of those countries. Why the fuck would you move to the West? To a Western country like the United States that you keep saying, Al-Mut al-America. In Arabic, that means step to the United States. Why would you come here? Go live in Afghanistan. Go live in Iran if you like Shia governments.
And if you're wondering why they don't go to Islamic countries, why they come to the West instead of going to Islamic countries, they told us why. It's because their long-term plan is to come over to the West and over time turn the West into an Islamic state.
Correct. Now, it's a long game, but we're seeing it escalated so much by using our liberties and freedoms, these human rights and refugee status and all these legislations that are being used against us. And then you add in a government that is fucked off its nut on destroying everything that this country stood for before they got into power. We have a royal family that mad. Like, could you imagine, right, doing an actual Disney movie about the actual real royal family, right? About princesses and kings and shit. The creepy goddamn princes going to islands and that. This shit is going to be the most impactful thing on this country, our lives, who we are, what we stand for, that we're ever going to see. This is the really shit version of invaders arriving on boats and storming the beaches. It's just when you take the aggressive approach away and have people looking for handouts, no problem. No problem, mate. Right? No problem. Do you know how difficult it would be to stand with a stick with a point on it and pop a boat? It's not hard. Okay? It's not fucking hard, mate. I seen the SAS storm a building in the 80s and like save all the hostages in that. That seems a lot harder to figure out than, you know, spiky things. There's no excuse for this. This is beyond explainable. It is beyond... It's beyond anything that we'll ever see. And the mainstream media, the government, the police are all working together to just put out absolute bullshit. Absolute bullshit. Teenage Afghan asylum seekers who abducted an R-worded 15-year-old girl sentenced. This was yesterday. Dingley migrant who essayed women on train and gave her thumbs up will be back on the UK streets in just weeks. Brilliant. This is great. This is great. Let's really get the music up to really emphasize the sarcasm. Hotel migrants plead not guilty to dragging woman 33 on the UK beach and R-ing her in terrifying stranger attack. Brilliant. This is great. This is the Britain we want, right? Come on. Fucking enraging, man. Illegal migrant convicted of swallows vape battery to sabotage deport. That is mad. Can someone Google what happens if you swallow a vape battery? Because interesting. Okay. Drug threat. Small boat migrants bringing cocaine and the hang on, just be quiet. And the other one into Britain get cut price channel crossings from people smugglers. Oh, you mean You mean they're possibly bringing over narcotics and weapons as well? Oh my God! It's taken what? Who? The government? MI5 to figure this out? Look at this shit, man. Look at this shit. Oh, here's another one. Okay, what else we got? What else we got? Well, let's not forget about the frippin' choppers. Deportations out of violent migrants who face deportation still in the UK, still committing crimes. Inside scandal of our failing system. Don't worry about it, mate. It's just a couple of migrants with machetes, mate. What are you stressing about? What are you stressing about? This is madness. And this is just normal now, right? Like, it's just normal. It's just normal. And I'm sorry. I don't give two fucking shits what anyone says about refugees or helping other people. Fuck other people. Fuck them. Fuck them. Fuck them all. Okay? I don't give a shit. I want my country's. You can only really justify giving a fuck about other people when you are secure yourself. Okay? When your own people are fucked, let's not bring in a bunch of other people to continue the cycle of fuckery. Mad. It's mad. It really is. I'm just going into the side chat here, seeing what you guys are saying. Let's check a look at the poll as well. Okay, yeah, I mean, it's a pretty landslidey. But how can we justify excuses anymore? Because I'm going to be really fucking blunt with you. A lot of you are going to wake up one day at 5:30 in the morning with the Islamic call to prayer blasted around your neighborhood. And there's going to be fuck all you can do about it. And you're going to be like, oh, I never thought this would happen. Yes, you fucking did. I'm telling you fucking now, it's going to happen. Okay? These live streams aren't one of those things you come here for entertainment and then fuck off and forget. No excuse. There's no excuse to not be prepared. There's no excuse to not actually think about your children. Okay? Homeschooling. Different options for their fucking future. It's not a game. It's not the fucking politicians are coming to save us. No, it's not happening. We have got groups of men, right, walking through the streets of Essex at night, making sure women are safe. Who the fuck are the police? You know, a company trialed a service in England a few years ago, and it was for women who were scared of going home by themselves late at night. Maybe it was off of a bus or walking or whatever. And it was a drone service that you could book that would connect to your phone and your IP and location and come to you. And it would follow you home with lights projected down onto you and a full CCTV recording. What fucking world are we living in where that's necessary, first of all? Second of all, where can we sign up for that? Because that's the one there. If the police are that fucked, bring in the drones. Let's just give it to AI. Do you know what I'm saying? Couple of those like tranquilizer darts that they use for rhinos. Oh, threat incoming. Beep, 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 beep. Poof, down it goes. Poof, down it goes. And I'll tell you something else. I want to see laws changed in Scotland. I want to, and this is going to sound fucked, but I want to campaign for the changing of laws in Scotland for the legalization of stun guns and pepper spray for all the women. Okay? And not even like not the wish.com ones. The really fucked up tasers. Like the ones that just all the fucking hair for like 6 inches on your body. Just, Because I'm not being funny. Pepper spray should be available to everybody, okay? I would rather see teenage kids pepper spraying the shit out of each other than stabbing each other, okay? Okay? But why, women, why, like, if every, like, piece of shit knew that women in the UK had badass teeth, like the big, those ones, right? Surely that's it's gonna take away a certain element of opportunistic criminal, right? Oh, could you imagine the TikToks? Could you imagine the TikTok trends, man? Like women just leaving the club with their phone ready. Do you know what I mean? Taser in their handbag, just like, do it. Do it! Do it! Do you know what I mean? But I don't understand. I don't understand why we cannot in 2025 have a non-lethal way of defending ourselves. It doesn't make any fucking sense. You just seen a video of two guys running around a van with machetes. Okay? Okay? If this guy here had one of those like liter things of pepper spray, but this whole situation is done. It's shut down. And I just don't understand how we cannot justify the argument that women in this country have been let down by the police. They've been let down by the government. They've been let down by fucking mankind in a lot of ways. And if you're a potential rapist, I think getting your fucking balls tased off is aight. You know what I'm saying? Or right in the eye or something. Like, but it needs to be one of those ones that like knocks the guy out. You know what I'm saying? Like, if this country's so safe, women won't really need to use them then, will they? If there's no grooming gangs, little 14-year-old Sally coming home from school, okay, with her frickin' Batman equipment-looking belt taser bad boy, she won't need that, right? She won't need it. But it's not about the joke of women power, man. I go and do my boxercise class. I could knock out any man. Do you know, if you're a woman and you want to say you could knock out any man, you need to look at fucking the bare knuckle boxing sport or mixed martial artists. Those women are capable of fucking you up, okay? An average woman with zero training is fucked, okay? You're fucked. So why? The playing field needs evened. There needs to be an overlying threat to these people now. You know? Like, concealed carry in America for women. Fuck yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, in the most crazy of ways. You should have those, like, Assassin's Creed wrist guards with little, like, Western 22s that come out. It's like, fuck are you? Do you know what I'm saying? But in this country, we need something to take away that percentage of opportunistic criminal who feels like the law's on their side, but the taser will never be on their side. Do you know what I'm saying? And it's so fucked up. In this country, if a woman was to have obtained a taser illegally and she was going to be assaulted sexually by two men and she zapped both of them and ran away, girl's going to jail. Girl is going jail. And because those two guys never actually done the act, they'll be the victims. Because that's how fucked up it is here. Yeah? Yeah. And I don't understand how we're not at a point where that's somebody's main political thing to get them into office. Like, that, I mean, could you imagine? Because you'd have the vote of every dad and husband in the country, taking away all of the dads and husbands that are abusive. Okay? Because they'd be getting fucking tasered pretty soon, baby! But it needs to be something. Yeah, come on. Suspended sentences for predators, but jail for tweets. Makes sense, right? Makes sense. Can't have people being offended by your social media posts. Okay, if you were out there abusing women and kids, you wouldn't have been fucking having the time to send out tweets now, would you? That's the message they're sending. So get on out there and get grabbing someone. Hashtag British politics, fuckers. Don't get me started on the fucking BBC. All right. Next point of conversation. So, I always say, when, you know, something hasn't happened in this country, and we've no real data for it, we look at other places with the same problem, right? Fucking makes sense, right? Okay? Fucking hell. Just another fucking day shouting at the fucking public. So, this is an illegal immigrant in Italy. And this is the main gas connection for this entire apartment building. Let's have a look. Now, listen, what do you think he's going to do? Is he A, going to continue on his way? B, perform a civil duty and make an act of kindness making this area safe? Or B, try and blow the whole fucking building up? That's not B, that's C. Let's have a look. I have never in my fucking entire life seen anything like this. Anyone? Anyone ever seen anything like this? I've never seen anything like this. He is taking a lighter to this is look, watch, look at this shit. So do you see on this door it says gas? Let me make it a bit bigger for y'all. No, I can't make it bigger for y'all. So it says gas right here. Okay, so he's taken multiple lighters and running the lighters around the main gas valve for this entire building, trying to blow the fucking building up. No big deal. No big deal. So I'm thinking this gentleman is a bit fucked in the head, okay? I'm thinking that if he tried to enter Italy legally, there's going to be some medical red flags that pop up, okay? Okay? Because I don't know if he understands how explosions work, okay? Because I'm pretty sure he's going to be fucked. You know what I'm saying? Engineer or a doctor, yeah, completely, 100%. 100%. Then, I got this shit. We mentioned this place a while ago, and like, Dearborn is fucked.
And now to
like. Look at this
And
shit.
now to dueling demonstrations in Dearborn. Words of hate leading to clashes and drawing a response from the city's mayor.
Late this afternoon, police telling 7 News Detroit that they had to arrest 3
Words of hate. Words of hate. There's a lot of blue going on here. Okay? There's a lot of it.
people for disorderly conduct.
As you can imagine, residents and business owners were stunned by the anti-Islam rhetoric Tuesday evening that spilled into City Hall.
So as far as I know, this is really the first time normal people have got together and went, this is an anti-Islamic protest. We're not cutting around. We're not bullshitting here. This is what we're protesting. And it was the residents and patriots of Michigan.
Today, 7 News Detroit reporter Tierra Braddock caught up with residents who say hate has no home in their community.
Wow. So I'm just showing you how this is being reported on. Okay? I'm just showing you.
I'm here in Dearborn right now, but that wasn't the case on Tuesday.
Your forehead is mad, first of all. Mad.
Tensions
and that's coming from me, right? Mad!
Between anti-Islam protesters and Dearborn residents.
We live in peace. We love everyone. This is
I'm going to suggest that there's a selective process to the interviewing of this particular news station.
Dearborn. This is for everyone.
Dearborn resident Abbas Abu Khador faced off with a protester who was spewing anti-Islam rhetoric.
This is why Dearborn, Michigan needs to be cleared out.
How is not beating your wife, marrying children, having 4 wives, women having no rights, anti-fucking normal democracy, you fucking morons? Fucking Gomers. Honestly, it's fucking mad.
Cleared out of Muslims.
In this video, you can see Khador step in to stop the protester from burning the Quran.
Even if they want to burn the Bible or any books, I will protect them.
No, you won't. That's a lie. That's an absolute... Any book, you'll step in, eh? Really? Someone needs to put that to the test. Let's go to Dearborn and then just start burning books around this motherfucker. Let's put it to the test.
I do the same things.
And before this incident, another Dearborn resident named Mohammed Alamara says he met protesters with kindness.
I love you, man. You're my brother. You're my brother. We share this country, man.
See, it's interesting, right? Because this is how I would imagine the Muslims I know would react to this. Okay? Like, they would understand the grievances of the people they share the country with. But maybe I've spoken too soon.
I just think a lot of people have a misconception of what's going on over here. And
I think a lot of people have a misconception of what makes a modern Muslim and an Islamic extremist different when the book's the same. That's what I want to fucking know. That's what I want to fucking know. You'll hear that. Pure fucking mad dog outside just having a conversation. Because you can't stand there and smile and defend a book that has these problematic passages.
you know, when they came here, I was like, you know, this is a great opportunity to show them, like, you know, everybody's here coexisting.
Yep.
During Tuesday night's Dearborn City Council meeting, Mayor Abdullah Hammoud mentioned Alamara's.
I'm sorry, Mayor, what?
Dearborn City Council meeting, Mayor Abdullah Hammoud.
Oh, Dearborn's cooked. Dearborn's fucking cooked, man.
Alamara's kind actions while addressing the protest.
Saw one resident, a local barber, on his story. He shouted back that no matter what you tell me, I want.
This guy, look at his fucking face, man. I don't know who this guy is. And the piss yellow curtains as well. Fuck's sake.
I want you to know I still love you as my brother.
Also, where's your fucking tie? You fucking Gomer. Is this so, are you so chill that it's like tie off time, is it? Fucking hell.
He bought a case of water to start passing out to everybody marching by. And he told them that I hope the ignorance that has encapsulated your heart shatters one day.
Wow! Fuck off.
That is Dearborn.
That is Dearborn. Is it? Because if you look at the history of Dearborn, for the whole history of Dearborn, it paints a very different fucking picture to what Dearborn is now.
Neighbors show up for one another. Where hurt is met with compassion, where hate is rooted out by dignity, by decency.
Well, hate can only be rooted out if all of your people who live in your state actually speak the fucking language. Otherwise, it's segregated communities that cannot assimilate because they cannot communicate.
And by our shared humanity.
Meanwhile, for Mohammed Alamara, he says Dearborn is open to everyone.
I would say for the most part, the people of Dearborn, we've coexisted with white people, black people, Hispanics.
Oh yeah, totally. And if it becomes a fully fledged Islamic state, we'll see just how welcoming that is to, you know, all of the leftists who have facilitated this entire situation.
Asians of all sorts, you know, we haven't had an issue, you know.
In Dearborn, Tierra Braddock, 7 News, Detroit.
What a wonderful message to be left.
What a wonderful message to be left with. Right, give me a second. Put some music on for you.
Good evening, everybody.
Do you know, it's interesting how one-sided the coverage of this is. It's actually fucking wild. Also, listen. The fucking mayor of Dearborn. The mayor of fucking Dearborn looks like a character from an early series of 24. It's interesting though. London has a big problem right now. Interesting facts about the mayor there. Dearborn seems to have a big problem, and it's interesting about the mayor that's there. It's almost like there's a book out there that pushes for the assimilation of all other cultures. I wonder what that book could be.
I'm Hillary Golston.
And I'm Dave Spencer. First tonight,
I'm Dave Spencer. I am Dave Spencer, everybody.
Continuing to send a message of peace and unity in Dearborn.
Oh, fuck. I cannot. This just sounds so fucked, right? But see when people realize the actual peace and unity that will not exist under a Sharia law. Oh, we're getting to the Irish. We're getting to the Irish. Also, what this was not this too, like, that is like very confusing. She needs to have done something with the hair to make the hair opposite. Do you know what I'm saying? So when she's like stood to the left profile, it was like one hairdo, and then the other side there, like, this what is going on here? And this tie fucked up. Like, shut up.
Protest happened in the city earlier this week. It was described as alt-right and anti-Islamic. Fox 2's Camila Murray joins us live with more. Even the allegations here, Camille, are really startling and shocking to our community.
Yeah, so state leaders held a press conference yesterday. Civil rights leaders held a press conference today, both echoing the same things. The bottom line, do not engage with these protesters. Take a look at some video.
Yeah, of course. Don't stand up for your fucking children. Don't stand up for your wives. Be a fucking sheep. Conform, motherfuckers. This is what the mainstream media is pushing fucking out. This was a protest of fathers and husbands. Protest that they wanted the world to know that there is people there that stand for what their country, their state was founded on. They don't want to see it disappear. The blood that was shed for what we have is fucking real. I'm fucking serious. I just want to remind you all again, don't be fucking moaning at me if you wake up one day and your town looks like Dearborn. Islamic cult of fucking prayers. Areas of your town that you can't walk your fucking dog in. The fuck? Get the fuck out of here. So, educating myself on exactly what separates the two individuals that use this book is next. Now, Ireland had a very, very interesting response to this. You'll just need to give me a minute. So, the Irish were basically right. Basically, they were like, listen, they put out a video, 3 guys. This is what we refer to as so Irish, okay? Like 3 dudes, little freaking fold-out table, Irish flag, the thickest ski masks you can imagine, okay? Like, made out of wool, right? Not like a little road boy thing. Like, the shit is like this. They've got them on, okay? They've got shooters, and basically they turn around and say they know the names and addresses of the people that are currently serving in their government, and if they continue to fuck around with the way of life in Ireland with migration and putting their children at risk, they're going to fucking come for them all. Okay? Now, I grew up during the IRA days, okay, when the IRA was at war with the British government and all this stuff. And I'll be honest with you, that's probably the only actual threat ever to ever happen in my lifetime that was by a group that wasn't just a made up fucking whatever, 7/7 bombings and all this stuff. Like, this was an ongoing shenanigans, right? And the IRA were very famous for focusing their assaults on military and government buildings. It wasn't about blowing up civilians. And I remember being at work when I was about 13, doing my leather work apprenticeship. And it came over the news that the IRA had bombed a shopping center. And the IRA had a very strict format of warning the government before an attack would take place, especially if it was in a civilian area like that. And the UK government refused to acknowledge that warning and shut down the shopping center. And the Irish don't fuck around, okay? And the Irish don't fuck around for no reason either. So we have to seriously ask ourselves, are we prepared to stand and fight for what we have in this country? And I mean, and I'm seriously, this isn't I'm not trying to radicalize anyone. This is a philosophical self question. When's it going to be enough? When is the point for you that you would step up and actively fight for what you have? How far down the road? Is it when, like, where is that point for you? You need to ask yourself that. And then you need to ask yourself, how much change is going to be implicated? Because there's smart people watching that could be doing stuff politically. There's not so smart people like me that can be doing things from yapping on the internet and putting out resources and trying to educate you on preparedness. Because if this fucking really kicks off, what do you think the news media is going to be putting out? It's going to be you're a fucking right-wing threat to the nation. We need to reassimilate ourselves as a culture. We need to get a sense of community and care about our neighbor and about what our children are being taught at schools. We need to stop feeling so oppressed that we have no power because so many guidelines and movements and hashtags seem to govern our thought processes. I refer you back to the fucking woke movement. And I live in a country now where this is a fact. This is going to fuck you all up. This is Britain. NHS betrayal as trans drugs to be given to children. So the UK is doing an experiment on 200 children. Fuck it. I mean, who cares, right? Who fucking cares, mate? Who fucking cares? Let's just give a bunch of our fucking children. Where is Thor? Thor passed away. I'm so sorry to tell you. Last year, there's a literal shrine to him over there. But yeah, he was my boy. I miss him. But this is our country. This is real. This is happening. This is real, man. Like, and just in case you want another one, there you go. Regulators approve first trials for puberty blocking drugs in children since ban. It's almost weird to think why a secret government that we all know exists, run by pedophiles, would want to eternally block puberty from happening, right? Not to go dystopian on your asses. Not to go dystopian on your asses. I would also like to say that everyone that's in jail for the tweets that we've been talking about, they've all been jailed under the laws that were passed to keep children safe. The Child Safety Act. Let it sink in that every single one of you who send your kids to a school that is funded by the government, they will be backing this. Right there. So, you never thought that would happen, right? You never thought that would happen. You done fuck all about that. You done fuck all about it. I done fuck all about it, and you done fuck all about it, and now it's happened, right? What do you think's going to happen with the invasion? I'm fucking asking you. This is not a rhetorical situation. Like, what have you got in your fucking head? Where is the line for you? Are you part of a group that walks around your town keeping women safe? Because sadly, I think we all might fucking need to be. Because this shit and the invasion, the two-tiered government, the fucking grooming gangs, the denials of young girls being abused, women being trafficked and raped and fucking just horrific shit. All because of a fucking faith. Nah, mate. Nah, mate. So, you know, I in no way glorify violent acts or acts of anything that could be considered violent. But that's because of YouTube terms of services. And yeah. If there's any like really wealthy Scottish patriots out there that want to have a conversation, I'd really like to have a conversation. I think there's a political movement that could be put into place here that just has no funding. Because radical ideals can only be fought with radical new politics and radical new options for people to realize that they're not fucking racists. They're not right-wing lunatics. They're not Nazis. If this was 300 years ago, there would just be swords and shields swinging. You wouldn't even be questioning it. You would literally not even be questioning it. There'd be no, you're the racist, is you're racist. They'd be like, oh, that was a quick stop to the invasion. You know what I'm saying? And I've seen what's happened in Dearborn. I've seen what's happened in Italy, in France, all of them. I'm desperately trying to get an interview with the Polish former prime minister. I think he may still be the prime minister. I need to double check that. Because he was highly criticized for his political views on asylum seekers. In fact, let's go through it. It's just fucking an absolute banger. So let's start with this one.
Now, we're not the only country with an illegal immigration problem. Of course, we've seen this roil Europe. Sweden, for example, used to be one of the most welcoming nations for refugees who wanted to resettle there. But following a series of riots and a stark rise in crime that's linked to the migrants, they said no more.
No way. There's migrants that are committing crime.
They reduced the number allowed to come into the country. The country's new prime minister started what is a dramatic shift to Sweden first.
This is fucking 2 years ago. I just want to put this is 2 years ago.
Last year. And Poland, well, they have a different approach. They have a very strict immigration system there. They've accepted some refugees from neighboring Ukraine, but they will not allow in people from elsewhere, even if there's...
I think it was 1.2 million refugees from the Ukraine, I think Poland took, because they had an infrastructure in place to house and get jobs for all of them. And the Prime Minister goes on to talk about this because his focus was handling what Poland could handle from countries that weren't going to try and attack his country from within.
Seeking asylum. My next guest, a Polish member of the European Parliament, is going viral for what he said this week about illegal immigration. And the Biden administration, they should take note.
The lowest unemployment in European Union is Poland. The highest GDP after COVID in European Union is Poland. One of the lowest debts in European Union is Poland. So don't give us this rubbish about the need of educated immigration. We don't need your doctors. We don't need your engineers. Take them all and pay for them. We don't need them. You know why? Because there is a zero terrorist attacks in Poland. Why? Because there is no illegal migration in Poland. So don't give me this look. Don't give me these arguments about the populism, because this is a fact. This is your data.
Joining me now is Dominik Tarczynski, who's a Polish member of the European Parliament. You just saw in that video. Dominik, it's great to see you tonight. Now,
thank you very much for
the EU
me.
decided that this refugee welcoming was very important and a positive development for Europe, all of Europe. And they look down on people.
Okay, so she is talking right there about the Islamic invasion 2 years ago, about how Europe is welcoming in it, and she's criticizing. I just want you to rehear this point, because we're going to fast forward to current date and we're going to have a very different discussion. Let's listen to that again.
Great to see you tonight. Now,
thank you very
the
much for having
EU
me.
decided that this refugee welcoming was very important and a positive development for Europe, all of Europe. And they look down on people like you and Poland in general for its decision to say, no, we have to support and protect our culture, which does not include, the Wahhabist Islamic outlook and Wahhabist policies and traditions. And you say?
We don't care. Well, there's a difference between a refugee and a migrant, especially illegal migrant. As a lawyer, I'm trying to repeat it every single time for years now. They are not refugees, they are criminals. Those who are trying to cross the border illegally are criminals, and as a criminal should be deported, and there is no discussion about it. Our policy is very straight. Zero. Not even one, never ever will come to Poland if it's illegal. If he's trying to cross our border illegally, he will be punished and deported, not welcomed as we heard. We're not going to pay for them. We're not going to...
Do you know what he does? Right? I seen a video of this guy trying to cut the fence and cut through a hole in Poland, right? So if that was the UK, he would now be refugee status and entitled to everything that the refugees have here. The Polish guy grabbed the guy by the face and just pushed him back through the hole and then sealed the hole. Like, they don't even take them in and put them on a plane. They shoot them, okay? If that guy had gotten through and was just like running down the road, dead. Shot dead.
Fit them in the beautiful rooms, in the hotels or anywhere else. They will not stay on Polish soil. They will not stay in Poland. Poland, as I said in the parliament, and I'm trying to repeat it, Poland is the only country in the European Union without any terror attack. We haven't had any terror attacks in Poland because there is no illegal migration. That's why every single time I'm trying to say, be like Poland.
Do you know, Poland is such a good example of what a country can become when they join something like the EU in the right way. Because I remember growing up, man, Poland was corrupt, yo. Like when I was growing up and a little kid, like my granddad's Polish. And like he would send care packages back to his family and shit. And I was always like, what? I mean, I was a little tiny kid. But it was fucked. It was fucked. And now it's totally different. I mean, there's probably still is corruption, but it's, you know, a totally different place now.
Be brave, believe in your own nations. But most of these spineless politicians in here in Brussels are destroying their own countries.
Oh my God, do you know who this guy sounds like? Do you know who this guy sounds like?
I must say, Mr. Trump was right about the wall. He built a beautiful wall. Can you imagine America now without a wall? Poland built a wall. We have a great wall, and no one is able to enter. No one is able to come to Poland. And as we promised, our government promised in 2015, not even one will come to Poland ever.
Well, Dominique, you will continue to support allowing Ukrainian refugees, genuine refugees, into Poland during this war, correct?
Well, you have to remember that our situation is completely different than America and Americans. We are a neighboring country with Ukraine, and by the international law, those who came to Poland, over 2 million, mainly women and children, are genuine.
Over 2 million refugees, mainly women and children. Okay? Because basically the men should be fighting the fucking war. The fucking war. You know?
Refugees. But our law was changed for some time to support them financially, support them with education, with the healthcare, and all they need to live in Poland. But
So, for example, why aren't all these refugees going to one of the 55 or 56 Islamic states? It makes sense that Poland takes in Ukrainians and Islamic State takes in Islamic folk. Would that not make sense? Would that not make sense?
For many reasons, recently Mr. Zelensky seems very ungrateful, I must say. And
also, though, if you're just some random dude from Kenya who's never done a crime in his life and you walk from Kenya to the UK, I'll hear you out for a green card, okay? As long as you're not a creepy bastard, I'll hear you out for a green card, because I get pissed off when I have to walk to the shops, okay? The shops. And Kenya, that's a walk.
And our law might be changed. We don't have to...
you need to have a Fitbit, though, to prove it. You got to prove that shit digitally. You know what I'm saying?
Support them with all these benefits, like financial support. We don't have to do it. We wanted to do it. We decided to do it, but we don't have to do it anymore. And I think our contracts, while ended, will not be extended.
Okay, so you can hear the views. I hate to do this, but I can't unhear this now. So this guy sounds exactly like this guy.
It's today's Vlogmas and Vlogmas on DJ Mark 2000.
DJ Mark 2000 sounds exactly like him. Though this shit my brain fucking remembers. It's just ridiculous. So you can see there, right? Poland were criticized for their extreme views on illegal migration. And now, fast forward to today, all of the European countries are looking to Poland for advice on how to deal with their fucked up migration. It has gone full circle. What was once the criticized alien nation of Poland with their radical views of not allowing this extreme faith into their nation, but will quite happily allow 2 million, almost all women and children, to come in and prosper. How can any government in the world who thinks differently than Poland seriously try and convince anyone that their own people come first? Impossible. Oh, dude, do you know, talking about Blackpool, I went through a weird phase a couple of years ago of going to Blackpool like every month for like 3 or 4 months. And first of all, Blackpool did not survive lockdown. It was one of the saddest sights I've ever seen. Because I remember going 20 years ago, and it was just heartbreaking, man. All those big hotels closed and shit. It was weird. It was really weird. So, almost as if you needed to crush infrastructure of tourist-based businesses in order to make the appealing contracts of immigration housing prevalent. Couldn't possibly have been though, right? Couldn't have all possibly been part of some grander plan, right? Couldn't have possibly have been. Nah, that's some crazy bullshit. Crazy bullshit! Or just fucking politics, mate. So, freedom of speech, fucked. They want ID cards. They're going to pump our children full of fucking drugs to see if they will transition, right, to stop puberty. All of our holiday festivals, Christmas, Easter, fucked, mate. And here's the thing, right? If you're a fucking atheist, you better fucking learn real fast about the dangers of motherfuckers who are extremely not atheists. And I don't mean the good old Christians of our land. I mean the French fucking tourists, mate. Let me see if I can find this clip, actually. Oh, is this it? Did I just find it right away? I think this is what this might not be it, right?
But sexually permissive, and this political movement appears strangely allied with radical Islam. Can you explain this?
When I was this is them. This is 5 years ago. This is 5 years ago. This is this Islam dude talking about why the lefts have allied with radical Islam. Listen to this shit.
Extremist, Islamist, fundamentalist. I would only vote left.
Why is that?
I saw them as very stupid. I would fear the conservatives because they come with principle. That's not someone they can brainwash. But the left, I know they have no values and no principles to begin with. I dare you to find one Islamic extremist that votes for Donald Trump. Never do it. They'd give their vote to the leftist who wants to run around in pride parades. And Islamic extremists are against gays and homosexuals and transgenders, but they want the left to go and get busy with that. They want them, go speak about the climate, go speak about abortion, go kill yourselves, go do that. Ilhan Omar, she's fighting for abortion rights and all the other, my body, my choice. Yes, go do that, But would she have an abortion? Never. Never. Would she kill a Muslim in her stomach? Never.
What is the fundamentalist and jihadi agenda for America?
The future of America has to be Muslim.
Well, fucking damn. 5 years ago. When is this? 3 years ago?
We align with them.
I think the political polarization of left and right is not helpful for a belief.
Anyway, so there's another clip of this dude somewhere basically saying that all of these LGBTQ individuals from the left who are backing Islam and all the rest of it, they're the first ones to be fucking killed. Okay? I'm paraphrasing, of course, but that was the message. And this is what is happening. This is what's happening. This is what's fucking happening. I just want to reiterate where in the line it needs to get to before you'll fight for your freedoms. And I want that to linger in your brain all night. And I really want you to ask yourself, draw a fucking diagram and shit. And really ask yourself, where's your fucking limit? Where's your limit? Because that should be fucking haunting every fucking one of you. It's true, man. But listen, what fucking time is it? How long have I been ranting for? What time is it? Where are we? Where's the wee timer? Do I not have a timer? Oh, yeah, there we go. Okay, like 70 minutes. Okay. Do you know what's funny? It's not that we've been excluded. It's that our own democracies have been weaponized against us. If it was 10 people we were talking about, if it was just 10 people, we wouldn't feel so excluded, or we wouldn't feel so oppressed by our own freedoms. In fact, no, listen, it's a fucking tyrannistic, fucking treasonous government. That doesn't help fucking either, by the way, can I point out? It's fucking pretty bad. Listen. Just. So, I'm going to be doing a live stream every night over on this channel. And yeah, it sounds very cliche, but last night I did a live stream and I felt great afterwards. It's weird. It's like that cliche, oh, the community's saving me, man. It's fucking mad. Like, we really, mental health is one of those things that you're not really aware of what isn't bullshit until you've gone through it. And people being like, oh, I listened to a story about a massive YouTuber who started YouTube just right after high school, and it completely saved him. And I was like, oh, fucking hell, why do people keep saying this shit? But I get the vibe, man. I get the vibe. It's good. It's good times. So, what now? Don't know. Just so you know, it will probably be a live stream like this, and then another live stream right after where I just want a game and talk a bunch of pish. So I think it'll be on YouTube and Twitch. Okay. Just to let you know. Because fucking we gotta be raiding, man. We gotta hit that rust belt. Do you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? But Asmund Gold's a legend, bro. Fucking legend. Absolute legend. But Asmund Gold... Oh, yeah, you're saying that in reference to what I was saying about the YouTuber. No, but another fantastic example. You'll never meet another Asmund Gold, man. We'll never have another Asmund Gold. He is the living incarnation of not only fuck around and find out, but zero fucks given. Legend. Absolute fucking legend. What else? Don't know. There's some pretty wild possible interviews getting lined up, by the way. I really, really, really want to see if I can get 30 minutes of Tommy Robinson's time for a conversation. I really do. Like, I literally have his phone number, but I'm too scared to text him. Anyway, listen, Royal Mess on Friday. We're going to do a Royal Mess special on Friday. Possibly Jesse on Fire. Next episode with me and Jesse over on Sean's channel. That'll be coming very, very soon. Hopefully more with me and Colin as well. That would be sick. But look, you dropped your coffee. Oh, there's nothing. See, when you order a coffee and it arrives and then you fumble and it just explodes like a fucking unnecessary hot grenade. So fucking demeaning, man. Like, I always like look at the universe when shit like that happens and be like, fuck you. Like a large latte, that's what you've chose for me to drop. It couldn't have been like my fucking hairbrush or my can of deodorant or anything. A fucking coffee missile. Bastards. Well, look, I think that's a good place to leave this. I'd rather not have these lives descend into me waffling pish with all of yous. As much as I love that, I'd like to keep it as we can. But like I say, from tomorrow we should be going into a bit of a gaming stream after this, and it'll vary. Sometimes it'll be me ranting and shouting at you all and telling you that if you aren't prepared, I don't want to hear about your pish when fucking you're all burked up and shit. You know, aliens and shit. Fucking cards. Let's pull some cards. Like, to do some shit. I'm hungry. Yeah, I'm gonna go get some food. Time is at 10:15. Yeah, all right. This has been good. Yeah. Oh man, I could just so easily sit here. Oh, listen, abundantly. Do you know what? This year has been the closest to a Muggle life that I've had in possibly three decades. And I don't know how the Muggles do it. No familiar, no mana, nothing. I don't get it. I don't get the Muggle life. I just don't. It's fucking painful, bro. Like aches and pains and shit. Fucking hell. Like, it's fucked. Anyway, I'll see y'all soon. Yeah. Love you guys. See you in the next one.